Good evening and thank you for joining me this Christmas Day on 7 Edition. Hope you're having a great one so far. I'm Muhammad Amahamdan and these are tonight's headlines. DPM stresses no place for fake news, instigators of racial hatred in New Malaysia. And death toll from Indonesia's tsunami disaster rises to 429. Good evening. An express bus driver was allegedly assaulted by a group of stall workers at the Eastward Gambang rest stop on the Lebuh Raya Pantai Timur LPT Expressway yesterday. Highway concessionaire Anih Berhad, which is investigating the incident, has also lodged a police report on the matter. A video of the incident went viral on social media, showing a group of men beating up another man who is said to be the express bus driver. In the 2-minute clip, the victim could be seen trying to explain himself to the entire group before they started pummeling him until other people at the rest stop came to break up the scuffle. It is learned that the fight was due to a misunderstanding between one of the stall workers and the bus driver. Pahang CID Chief Dato' Othman Nanian said police have identified the individuals involved in the scuffle and are in the midst of locating them. The case is being investigated under the Penal Code for rioting. Meanwhile, Anih Berhad in a statement said the 1:30 a.m. incident was regrettable and those involved would face appropriate disciplinary action if proven guilty. The company also does not tolerate anyone involved in disturbing the peace and safety of visitors. In Perak, an angler who was reported missing near Taiping was found drowned after the search and rescue operation resumed at 9 a.m. today. It was reported that he went missing while fishing near a waterfall area at Pecah Batu, Trong, yesterday. Head of Operation of Taiping Fire and Rescue Station, Rafil Hairul Richard, in a statement said the body of Muhammad Taufik Muhammad, aged 29, was found stuck between rocks in a 5-meter deep pond at 1:45 p.m. The body had been handed over to the police for further action. Meanwhile, the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, MMEA, has found the body of another angler who was reported missing last night after he went fishing at Batu Sirih near Kampung Seri Pantai in Mersing, Johor. This after it received a distress call from a restaurant worker at Teluk Iskandar following the discovery of the body. The State MMEA Maritime Operations Deputy Director, Maritime Captain Sanifah Yusof, said the 38-year-old victim was discovered washed ashore in a rocky area near a resort at 12 a.m. today. The victim's identity also has been confirmed by family members. In the 10 p.m. incident, the victim, who was fishing at sea about 1 kilometer away from the resort, had tried to swim back to the beach due to high tide before he went missing. A man was believed to have been murdered while travelling to his workplace at the Apollo Wet Market in Butterworth, Penang today. His body was found with 3 stab wounds inside a drain by passers-by who then alerted police at 1 a.m.
Terdapat kesan tikaman di perut si mati lah. Dan daripada catatan awal juga kami dapati bahawa si mati ini telah keluar daripada rumahnya di Taman Kenanga jam 3 pagi tadi dan menghala ke tempat di Pasar Apollo.
The victim, identified as 48-year-old Ong Mok Ho, was a part-timer at the market and would leave for work very early in the morning each day. Police have ruled out robbery as his wallet was left untouched. The case is being investigated as murder. Now, upset after he was reprimanded by his wife, a man allegedly killed a Bangladeshi worker and threw the body into Sungai Kinta in Kampung Gajah Perak last Tuesday. Following intelligence gathering and investigation, police arrested the suspect at his home in Kampar at 3:15 p.m. yesterday. Perak Tengah Police Chief Superintendent Muhammad Zainal Abdullah said on the day of the incident, the 21-year-old suspect told his wife that he had gone for a meal with the victim, a farmhand at his family's cattle farm in Kampar. However, when the victim was questioned by the suspect's wife, he denied going out with the suspect. Zainal added the suspect, who was angered that the victim had created the tiff between him and his wife, killed the victim on December 15th and dumped his body into the river some 10 kilometers from the family farm. 3 days later, the body of the victim, MD Ovaidul Khan, aged 32, was found stuck to a tree in Sungai Kinta with his right leg tied to a motorcycle to keep the body submerged. The suspect has been remanded for 7 days, beginning today, to facilitate investigations under the Penal Code for murder. Also in Perak, a Bangladeshi worker died after he fell down an elevator shaft from the 3rd floor of a building still under construction in Sri Manjung. The 32-year-old victim was believed to have been working on the floor before falling down the elevator shaft yesterday. District Fire and Rescue Station Operation Head Zabuddin Matrose said they received the information on the incident at 4:40 p.m. A rescue team deployed to the scene found the victim unconscious down the shaft, which is estimated to be about 3.6 meters deep. It took 20 minutes to bring the victim up with a rope, but he was pronounced dead by a medical team at the scene. His remains were handed over to the police for further action. Now, traffic police were also busy on Christmas Eve. Several roadblocks were held around the city centre to check on road users, especially those driving under the influence of alcohol.
Pada malam ini, bermula jam 1:30 pagi tadi, kita menjalankan operasi EBA mabuk memandu di bawah pengaruh alkohol, ataupun kita meringkasnya itu operasi mabuk lah. Tapi sebenarnya kesalahan itu adalah kesalahan memandu di bawah pengaruh alkohol. Jadi tujuan kita buat operasi ini adalah bagi mencegah, sebenarnya untuk mencegah kemalangan atau mengesan, dengan mengesan seberapa banyak yang boleh pemandu atau penunggang yang memandu di bawah pengaruh alkohol.
The roadblocks were conducted at Jalan Bangsa, a popular spot among partygoers, as well as Jalan Genting Klang. During the 3-hour operation, 14 motorists were arrested for drunk driving. They are expected to be charged tomorrow. Police also issued 348 summonses for various traffic offences, including driving without a licence, expired road tax and illegal vehicle modifications. Elsewhere in Selangor, 15 guest relation officers, GROs, who dressed up as Santarinas were arrested during a raid at an entertainment centre in Banting early this morning. The GROs were busy entertaining their clients on Christmas Eve when police raided the centre just after midnight. The women from Vietnam, Cambodia, China and Thailand tried to escape through the back door but failed. A Bangladeshi male and a local woman believed to be the caretakers were also detained. Those arrested were brought to the Kuala Langat police headquarters for further action. A man was killed after the multi-purpose vehicle MPV he was driving crashed into a flyover pillar at Jalan Johor Bahru Air Hitam in Johor early today. 41-year-old Ten Kee was travelling alone in a Toyota Estima heading towards Perling when the accident occurred at 6:30 a.m. Johor Bahru North Police Chief Assistant Commissioner Muhammad Taib Ahmad said the victim died at the scene due to severe injuries. The body was then taken to Kulai Hospital for post-mortem. An investigation to determine the cause of the crash is underway. The government will not hesitate to take action against those who threaten the peace and harmony in Malaysia. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail said the government is committed towards expanding the spaces of mutual respect, sharing and harmony.
Let me assure you that we will do everything in our power to realize the Malaysia Baru that we all envisioned. This peace and stability we enjoy is a collective responsibility. We are all stakeholders in this country and we must look after Malaysia. Tanah tumpah darahku. Churches in Malaysia. Yang berbahagia, Reverend Dr. Yu Hong Seng, Vice Chairman.
The Deputy Premier was speaking at a Christmas high tea reception hosted by the Christian Federation of Malaysia today. In her speech, Datuk Seri Wan Azizah reminded Malaysians of different races and religions to take this opportunity to visit their Christian friends and share the merriment of the festival. She noted of the unique features of Malaysian life is that people open their homes to their friends and neighbours, thus strengthening bonds among them. She also stressed that unity, camaraderie and friendship among people of different faiths and ethnicities are among the nation's strengths. And next, we'll bring you Christmas celebrations at home and around the world. Stay with us. Welcome back. Malaysians and foreigners of the Christian faith flocked to churches and opened up their doors for families and friends in various parts of the country as Christmas was celebrated today in the spirit of peace and togetherness. Many also took the opportunity to spend quality time with family and friends at various attractions on this public holiday.
Over in Sarawak, Chief Minister Datuk Patinggi Abang Johari Tun Openg vowed to preserve the spirit of tolerance among Sarawakians of different faiths, which has kept them united for decades. Speaking at a Christmas open house hosted by the Bishop of Kuching, Reverend Donald Jute, he said Sarawak is a land where people of other religions also share in the joy and festivities, as this has been the practice all the while. He said the state government has also set up the Unit for Other Religions, UNIFOR, to assist non-Muslims to build or carry out repairs on their houses of worship.
When I took over from Datuk Adnan started with this interfaith understanding, and I continued with the formation of UNIFOR and giving special education for us to assist our various faiths in order to mold the right Sarawakian spirit.
Also present were Deputy Chief Minister Datuk Sri Douglas Ungah Embas, as well as representatives of other faiths, including Buddha, Sikh and Hindu. Last year, Sarawak's Non-Islamic Affairs Unit was officially renamed to UNIFOR. It serves as a platform for non-Muslims to air their grievances and whatever religious issues they are facing.
In Sabah, about 3,000 people of various races and religions attended a Christmas open house hosted by UPCO in Kota Kinabalu. The event, which started at 10 a.m. until 1 p.m, was also attended by the Yang di-Pertua Negeri, Tun Juha Mahiruddin, and his wife, Toh Puan Nurlida R.M. Jasni. Also present was State Deputy Chief Minister Datuk Wilfred Madios Tangau and Education and Innovation Minister Dr. Yusof Yaakob, who represented Chief Minister Datuk Sri Muhammad Shafi Abdal. UPCO Vice President Datuk Ewan Benedict, who is also Sabah Rural Development Minister, as well as other state cabinet members and several community leaders were also present. Besides the sumptuous food spread, guests were also entertained by various performances, including singing and choir. As the Christmas spirit brings joy to many families celebrating here in Malaysia, one family can truly appreciate the holiday season even more, having reunited themselves after being apart for 9 years. To find out more, let's head over to the Gonsalves family home with our reporter Wan Izul Islam. Take it away, Izul.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, this the season to be jolly, especially with that of your family and loved ones. Thank you, Muhammad. I'm Wanizul Islam. A very good evening to you. And boy, do I have a Christmas tale for you. Let's head over to the dining table. Now, after being separated from that of a family for over 9 years on Christmas, we have ourselves a reunion happening here where Audrey Gonzalez has returned that to her family after working, living and being with her husband in the United States for 9 years. They have returned to celebrate that of the festive season of Christmas. All right. Now, such a special occasion, of course, requires that of a special welcome. And since I've been here earlier this evening, this family has shown me such an amazing love and joy, which is definitely tremendously generous. Now, from the unique, definitely delicious Christmas cooking, with a hint of that of Malaysian culture, we've seen awesome food on display on this wonderful dining table right here, as well to that of the beautiful decorations around this house, from the Christmas tree to that of the roses and that of all the fairy lights. Definitely makes you feel that much more festive. But what exactly is Christmas and why is it celebrated? Now, we managed to interview some of the family members earlier today to tell us a little bit about what they think Christmas is. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Christmas means celebrating the birth of Jesus with my friends and my family and getting to eat lots of food together with them while also getting to dress up, of course.
It's about remembering all the blessings that I've had throughout this year and also not forgetting to eat all my favorite food. You know, like it's once a year where I get to have all my favorite food laid out in one day.
Christmas is being part of a bigger group, a big family of God. But more importantly, Christmas is also a time for sharing with family, friends. Especially for me, because I don't get to spend it with my family very often.
Now, I'm with that of our gracious host, that of Jude Gonzalez. Thank you again for letting me be a part of this very happy Christmas reunion with your family. Now, on to my first question to you, sir. How exactly is do your family usually celebrate that of Christmas? Do you have any special traditions?
We have a tradition. It dates back from the days of my mom when she was around. She makes sure that every year Christmas we come as a family all together and celebrate Christmas, make noise, have fun, and really have the spirit of Christmas. It has been continuing even after she has left us. We still managed to get as much as the family members to come together and have that spirit that she always longed for.
What about this year's Christmas? Definitely very, very special indeed. Why do you say that this year's Christmas is very special, sir?
Oh yes, this year's is a bit more special than the other years because after 9 years, we are fortunate that my sister Audrey flew back from US and to spend Christmas with us and meet up with all the family members and have fun. And it is so good to have her back after 9 years.
Definitely a wonderful reunion indeed. But unfortunately, that is all the time I have here at the Gonzalez family home. Before we head off to the studio, I'd like to wish all my friends and family, especially those who are watching, a very Merry, Merry Christmas. Now, let's head over back to you in studio, Muhammad. Thank you very much.
Sydney's Bondi Beach was the place to be on Christmas Day, as thousands of people made the most of the perfect conditions. Wearing Santa hats, tourists posed for a photo in front of a Christmas tree on the sand, some frolicking on the shoreline dressed as mermaids. A group of intrepid swimmers in Santa hats braved freezing temperatures as they took a dip in Berlin's Oranke Lake to welcome Christmas Day. Water temperatures of 4 degrees Celsius did not stop the Berlin Sea Lions Club from their annual polar plunge.
All right, thank you, Wanizul, and Merry Christmas, Joanna. And thank you so much for joining us and sharing your Christmas celebration. Now it's time for Clickbait, where we take a look at what's trending and making rounds in the cyber world today. You might have seen this one-of-a-kind Christmas tree circulating around on social media by now, or even from one of your aunties and uncles on WhatsApp. But unlike most WhatsApp messages though, this is not fake news. Recently, pictures of a unique Christmas tree entirely made up of the king of fruits went viral. And oh boy, aren't Malaysians excited. And now updated as of 7 p.m, here are the top trending topics and searches on the internet today. Still ahead, U.S. court orders North Korea to pay $500 million over death of American student. We'll be right back.